want to go ahead and start recording? Oh, you already started. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, who would like to crow this morning? Who has something exciting to say? You got your first team member. You reached out. You talked to somebody. You can almost did a 3 star. Whatever it is, it's all good. This is your time to share with the group. Who
Lorna,
would
do
like
you
to
want to
share?
share, Lorna? She's
Lorna.
very, very close.
Okay, Lorna. Almost a 3 star. You can do it. Where are you, honey? She's on mute. She can't, she hasn't. Lorna, can you unmute yourself? Lorna? Well, let's go to somebody else, and then and when she circles around, we'll bring her back in. Who else would like to crow this morning and tell us great things that are happening? Everybody's quiet this morning. Usually it's like,
Morning. I would like
Where's
to.
Janelle?
Oh,
yeah, where's Janelle? She's still in the car, probably going through that McDonald's. All right,
Can
all right,
hear me
I'll
yell
crow.
all
to
right.
go.
Oh, I was okay.
All right, Mia. Let's do Mia. Good morning,
Okay.
Kansas.
Okay. If you see a new beautiful face with a Kimberly Dawn armor, um, this is a beautiful person that I've known for years that I met because of putting on a video. And yeah, I put on a video and she came to our open house that we had last time in Kansas when Adrian and Shannon were here. And she's already got her first person that she's talking to, and I'm really excited for her. She's an incredible person. She's got a heart of gold, and she knows a lot of people in on the Missouri side, and I'm gonna have her say hi.
Hi, Kimberly. Welcome,
Hi.
welcome. And just like you're a racehorse running off that gate already. Good
I
Yep.
for
know.
you.
I'm so excited.
I have to
Well,
give her a fire horse that I have an extra one. I have to give her one of those.
oh, absolutely. The Fire Horses start Sunday, official day. February 17th
Oh.
is the official day, Chinese New Year. Everything we start, remember?
Mhm.
And then we're bold, speed. We don't hesitate. We're going to make things happen in an economy, our marketplace that is incredible. I mean, the timing couldn't be better. But tell us more about you, Kimberly. What are you excited about?
Absolutely. Well, I'm just excited because this is like an answer to prayers for real. Like, you know, it's the right place and the right time.
Oh,
And that's
absolutely.
powerful. It really is powerful.
Well, Kimberly, you have a lot of wisdom, and that is really true. That's what we're talking about. We have the perfect product that just launched that no one else has in the world. There's little imitators out there. They pretend that
Mhm.
you're going to see, and I'll talk more about that in a minute.
Wannabes.
Wannabes, but we're the only one that has this, the GL3, that has a patent and the all natural that actually binds to the GLP receptor. There are a lot of ones that just I say we enhance. Well, yeah, they enhance, but they're not as powerful as we are. And that is the big thing. And that's what you have to tell people when someone says,
Mhm.
oh, well, there's this other GLP. I know Dr. Helen was saying yesterday, she took a picture and there was it was Walgreens, I think, or I think that's where she was, her city market. She was showing a picture and it says GLP-1, enhancing. And I said, yeah, they enhance, but they're not binding to the GLP receptor. We are so lucky to have Dr. Dan. He is amazing, amazing. Frida,
Good
what,
morning. I would
good
like
morning.
Good morning. I would like to introduce a new 3 star who
Woo!
who absolutely was unstoppable. I mean, this person went through distractions, went through obstacles, went through challenges, but she didn't lost her soulmate and did not by any means sorry let this cause her to lose her focus. I mean, she stayed true to meetings. I'm gonna let her share. Janine, are you on?
I am on, Frida. Thank you so
Good
much.
morning. Congratulations, Jeannie. I'm
I'm
so
Christine.
happy for you.
Thank you.
Congratulations. So
Yes.
proud.
Thank you
Woo!
so much, everyone. It's really the support of the village of three that has sustained me through those difficulties because you can't do it alone. It was hard, but like Frida said, it's consistency and persistence. It's like I'm not giving up. I mean, my purpose, of course, was him during our difficult time, and that was my focus. But I was still dabbling in three,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
and I was using the products and getting great results. So naturally, when he passed, and unfortunately, he suffered a lot. So it was a
Oh,
great relief, and I know he's at peace, and he's still with me on this journey. So I now have a different purpose, and I'm going full force. Fire
oh,
horse.
yeah. Oh, I'm just so sorry to hear about your soulmate and he is at peace, but they never leave you. They're always in your heart. You have great memories, just not there physically, but all the things that you experienced, you have a lifetime of memories that you will remember. And he is right there, and I know he's so proud of you. Jeannie, I mean, you could have used that as your excuse. Some people can become victims of I can't do this. I have this problem. My husband is sick. My soulmate is sick, and I have to spend all the time there. But you did both. And that's a true fire horse. As Frida said, you consistently showed up at meetings, you continued on, but you still were there. And that's another big point about our business. It gives you the flexibility to revolve, put your family there, but you can also be doing your business on the side. But I am really, really proud of you and a big congratulations.
Thank
And
you.
um, and the best is yet to come.
Yes, yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. I mean, and it's going to be
Oh,
great. So
oh.
thank you so much.
And you have a community. You have us, and you have Frida and Gary that are right there. They're your family. We're your family. So isn't that great? I mean, you think about this as we grow older, and many times our spouses are not here, or etc. But then we don't want to be alone. We have to find these people who are sitting alone. We want them to join our community, to feel part of something greater so that they have purpose and they don't feel gone. Because here's what happens in life, in seasons, is your children grow up, they're off, and then you have your husband or your soulmate, and then all of a sudden they leave and your children, which is all good, they have their own lives. They have to go on, they have their own children, they're your grandchildren, and so they're busy, 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 but then you are there by yourself. And so that's why we pull together. We are one united front to be all together to our community. And we're just so happy for you, Janine. Just so
Thank you so
happy.
much. Thank you
Yeah.
so, so much.
Okay, Sylvia, I know you've been really on fire the last couple of days. You want to talk?
Well, I first want to just say if you missed Antoinette's training last night, you missed because it was so good. And I just love the way she presented it. It answered some questions. But anyway, I just want to say thank you, Antoinette. And y'all's time is really appreciated because I know y'all are spending, you and Ashley, a lot of time to help other people.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Yes, and before you go on, I want to point that out. This is exactly what I said. We have the greatest leaders, the greatest trainers. And that's why I pulled this over that we could start doing our own thing so we can move forward in a faster clip with the fire horses. And we have a huge talent. I mean, Antoinette and Ashley have been amazing, and they're just starting, and other great leaders like Janelle and all the rest that have, and many others, I don't want to leave anyone out at all, that have tremendous backgrounds in training. And thank you for acknowledging that, Sylvia, because it really, and that's what you want. Now, here's the deal. If you're going to build a big organization, you want to have leaders because they pick up the pace. You can't do it all. You only have so many hours in the day. So it just makes me feel so good when I see my leaders step up, take control, and lead by example and help the greater whole. And thank you, Antoinette and Ashley. And what a great, and we're just beginning. And all of you are moving on up. So if you didn't hear it, remember we'll have that same training on Saturday morning. Correct, Antoinette? Yes, because we will have that. See,
Absolutely.
there's two. There's one that will be on Tuesday night, which is onboarding. On Wednesday night, yeah, this is Thursday. Yeah,
Yep, you did
yeah.
it.
My days run together. I don't even know what day it is anymore. Wednesday, we do after Ashley's and Antoinette's 30-minute with Dr. Dan opportunity. Then on Tuesday night, they do the onboarding, but on Wednesday night, what they do is to level up to 3-star, how to get there, how to do it, and business training. And then they will be doing the same thing on Saturday morning we'll be doing the onboarding at 9 o'clock on Saturday morning, but then right after at 10 Central, then they will do the it's not the onboard it's not the onboarding, isn't that is the training, is that correct?
At 10 o'clock, it'll be how to move up to 3-star.
Yeah, it'll be the same one that was last night. Yes.
Yes.
All right. So that's what we're focused on. So we got the training in motion because we don't always have time here in the morning because we're doing recognition and everything. But
Yeah.
these are specific trainings to power you through and not just once a month. It's every twice a week. And then on Saturday afternoon, of course, we will have another opportunity with Ashley and them. And of course, then you have my time too. And also Elizabeth is doing hers, and everybody's invited to that. Vice versa, they're on fire over there. And I have a meeting with them tonight. I mean, they're just great. So everything is wonderful. So, but Sylvia, you have lots of people. You have things
Well,
happening.
yes, and Lindsay is on. I want to brag on Lindsay and Rainey. I think they're both on. But Lindsay, do you mind telling how many you recruited yet? And Lindsay's new, and so Lindsay, are you there?
I'm
And
here. Good morning, everybody. How are you?
good morning, Lindsay.
Tell us
Hi.
about your two new people.
Okay, so the first person, Jamie Warman, she's a fabulous lady. She's from California as well, and she's a transplant here in Texas. So she really enjoys the GLP, and I bought that 9 pack, and I was doing that little sample thing, like the dropper. And then she was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna go to work, and I'm gonna see how I feel." And then the next morning, she called and she's like, "I'm coming back over after my appointment at the OB, and I need a bottle of that." And I said, "Okay." She came over. She bought a bottle and then she signed up, and she was so excited. And her daughter is 17, and she's been struggling, and her daughter enjoyed it and was just like, "Oh my gosh, I felt so great, mom." So that's Jamie.
That is
Um,
awesome. And they need to order more too, because we will be running out, I don't
yes,
want to say, I mean, everybody just, we can't even keep it on the shelves. Yeah.
yes. And
They
then
don't want to be without
she works at a Japanese restaurant. So the other ladies pretend like they don't take the
the shop.
semaglutide. Yeah. So she's like, "Oh, they're in the bathroom, they're on the toilet, they're puking, they're sick, they're passing out." And she's like, "I'm feeling good. I'm getting all the tables. I'm all excited. I have really good euphoric energy." And I could tell that it is my GLP that I'm taking because it's so different.
Uh-huh.
So she's like, as soon as they start noticing that I'm behaving differently, I know they're going to say, "What are you doing? What are you taking?"
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. And she can just reach out and just say, you don't have to spend all that time in that bathroom.
yeah.
We
Mhm.
have a better that is all natural, that you won't lose your hair, you won't be nauseated, and
Yes.
you're not going to lose your muscle. maybe and have her keep it right in her pocket if she's a
Yep.
waitress or and just say this is the liquid gold, all
Yes.
natural.
I told her, I said, just do the dropper technique. Share one of your doses and it's going to go for miles. So that's her. The other one, her name is Cindy, and she is a florist here in Springtown. And she's an amazing person and she just loves all the things. And so she was like, gosh, you're just running around because I have the wellness center. She's like, you're all over. You're doing the spray tans. You're getting all the girls ready for dance competition, the cheerleaders ready for dance competition. You're here, you're there. And then my son is the town mascot. So we have all these things going on. And she's like, what are you doing? So then I told her, and she saw the post about, yep, she saw the post, and she was like, what is that? And then I told her, and I said, come over. So she came over, I did the dropper, and she was like,
That's the training.
yeah,
That's your training, the
yeah.
drop.
And she's like, oh my gosh. So then she's like, let me get that. How much do I need? So she started doing the calculation. So then she ordered the 9 pack with the Purify.
Mhm.
That's the one that I had gotten. And then she went back, she went and delivered, and she came back and she told all the girls in the floor shop about it. So then, so that was happening. And then I used to have a candle business where I made non-toxic candles. So I have one client that she still orders. And so I went and dropped off her order. And she was asking because she's all holistic. And so she's like, well, do you have any I can buy so I could try it? I said, here, you can have a dose. I gave her the dose. And then I said, yep, I do because I just sold 2 bottles and I have another one here if you want to buy it. She said, give it to me. So she's doing it all week. And she called me this morning at 6 o'clock. She says, I woke up, I sprung out of bed. I knew you were awake. And I just feel great. And she has a business with her husband. And I was just like, oh my gosh. She goes, I feel so great. I feel amazing. I said, good. Keep on taking it, girlfriend. Don't stop.
Yes. Oh, that is awesome, Lindsay. I mean, how easy is this?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. And then you might want to circle and say, you could have a business out of this. Would you like
Yep.
to know how you can do the business?
Yes.
And,
So I've
and
done that.
yes, it's
Mhm.
awesome. Lindsay, we're so proud of you. I know
Thank you.
Sylvia's been talking about you.
And
So
then I
how
just
many
had
total?
another.
Oh, you have another one?
That's 3.
Oh,
I have one lady that just reached out this morning
oh,
because I posted some stuff on my story, and then I took that one video from the Vitalite link. It was like
yeah.
the person is shopping at the grocery store, putting all the stuff in, and then I just put like a comment, "Who's doing all of this?" And then I said, "You're not, and neither am I, but I'm taking this." And then boom,
Oh,
my because I'm kind of sarcastic, but I'm real, I keep it real. So and even
you're
though
authentic. You're
yes.
authentic.
So, and I have the FNP and the RN in the wellness center because no matter what, people are going to want their quick fix synthetic
Right.
pharma. But I have a huge community of people that love me for my knowledge of wellness. And
Hmm.
so, that lady was just like, oh my gosh, what is this? And then I told her, I sent her a video, and then she was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. Give me more. So I just sent her a couple more things. And then obviously I have my daytime job, but Sylvia's like, we're on. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to get on.
You can't keep up with the demand. What a problem. That's what the company is dealing
That's
with.
it. Yep.
Isn't that great? Well, Lindsay, I know you're on your way, and so you have a great leader in
Yes, she's awesome.
Sylvia and Jackie that are there, and I'm here. We're all here for you to get to 3 star like right now. So we want to start getting those packs. And everyone, if you only got the $200 pack, you need to elevate and get the 15 bottle packs because you will be out, 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 out. I know I was talking to Holly DeMott yesterday, and they were talking about the Canadians, and the Canadians, they're all about saving money. And they're buying those packs, those says, well, you have better savings. And that's what you're doing when you're talking to people. Say, well, we've got this or this, but really the better savings. Don't you want to save money? Why don't we pencil this out? How much you're going to saving, what you get. And when people know the savings, then they're going to buy the larger packs. Don't just go, oh, the little three, because they're going to be out. Some of them are already almost out that started in the beginning. And do we have everybody on Smart Chip? I mean, maybe that go and get the next one, the bigger pack, or whatever. Just get this in your hands and have it available because you're going to use this as a demo. You can write this off as a tax deduction. But I love what Lindsay's doing, just coming around. Oh, look here. And this George says, this is your training. You just go like this. Boop. That's your training. That's how you do it.
And one
And
more thing, some
yes.
people do ask me like they want to smell it first. So I don't let them stick their nose in it because I
Yeah.
learned with candles, anything can fall out of your nose.
Oh.
So I let them smell the dropper. Some people do ask me like, what is it? Is there a taste? And I personally, 100% transparency, I do not like fish. So that was like a huge shocker to me, but the hop kind of like masked it a little bit. So what I did was I took a chaser. I had like a shot of pineapple juice. And so I was just like, okay, the next dose, I have to have a chaser because that salmon aftertaste was just like not it for me. So I just poured myself a little shot of pineapple juice and took that. So that was like a very authentic thing to share with people that were like, oh my gosh, what is that? So I said, you know what? Have a chaser. Just have a chaser.
All right, well, that's good because there will be people like that. Not everyone is the same. I've
Yeah.
not had really that aftertaste. I think it tastes delicious. I think it tastes like orange, but everybody has different taste buds. So you
Yeah.
adapt to it. And
Yes.
that's very, very good, Lindsay. Good,
Thank
good. I know Antoinette doesn't like anything, no fish, period. And she was reluctant. But then she went, oh, wasn't that true, Antoinette? You had
Yes.
no aftertaste?
Okay, I'm gonna give you guys a confession. That's why in Dallas, I did not try it because I didn't want to try it and then make a face, and all of you would see me make a face. So I was like, I'll let everybody else try it. And then later, when I'm at home where nobody's looking at me, and then I couldn't believe it was like the scariest thing. I was like scared to death. Y'all, I'm not scared to do a business, but I'm scared to taste stuff. And I put it in my mouth and I was like, it's not so bad. But put it under your tongue and it's not so bad. But be careful when you chase it, not to chase it with sugar. I'm just going to say
Okay, okay, that's good. That's
pineapple
good.
juice is sugar.
Well, they can find
It
something
tastes
if they
good
need.
though.
Yeah, but I haven't really had any too many people. You're the first one, Lindsay, but probably not the only one. They might experience it, but we must be prepared for that because everyone is different. But that's very, very good. Good. Congratulations, Lindsay. We'll be tracking you. All right, get them to get their packs. Let's get you to 3 star. You can do it. We just saw an example. It was Jeannie this morning. Boy, Jeannie came out of running, dealing with her own life crisis and still became a 3 star. We're so excited. And you could be the next one, Lindsay. Tomorrow, the way you're going. I mean, anything can happen overnight. Okay? All right, Maria.
Hi, hi, hi. Yeah, so it's so funny. I have another Lindsay
Okay.
that so last night she was on Ashley and Antoinette's call, and she has had experience in MLM before, and she's had friends that have had experience and more so than her. And she says, I'll be honest with you, I'll be transparent. It's been bad because they have not had good leadership. It's been like, oh, let me sign you up. This is gonna be great. This is gonna be great, and then they forget about her. And then she's been looking and looking. And I think even you, Christine, you experienced that at the beginning. So she said to me, oh my goodness, that leadership seems unbelievable. Like she's like, I can't wait today, because we have a meeting with her today. I can't wait to hear about how you make money, because it's just like they're like, oh, Antoinette and oh, Ashley, and we work together and this and that, and we're a team in Texas. But yet Christine is our matriarch, and like I can't wait to meet Christine. So It's just incredible, you guys. We have such a great team, and if like take advantage, guys. Like we're all here. Everybody's here to help. And what I was going to say also, that is something we have been talking about is this is a moment to post. And I've said it before, but because in the past, I would always just post about lifestyle. And hopefully, I was like, that'll click with someone and I could start telling them about what I'm doing. This is before GLP. But with a GLP-3, you need to be posting. I mean, there's so much you can talk about with GLP. I mean, people want this for many reasons. It's not even just weight loss. Some people for sugar, for inflammation, for more energy, because that's what it does. So post, because I got to tell you that I've been getting strangers telling me I want more information. And then I'm actually saying, well, can you give me your number and your email? And they're actually giving it to me just like that. This morning I had two total women, total strangers, and they're like, I need help. Here's my number, here's my, email. So you guys
Yeah, yeah, that's so
put it
true
out there.
because in the past, maybe you've done just posting about your family and your experiences and hope that they can connect. But you need to be every time you post, even if you're posting about your family, just you better have that bottle right up there. Say,
Got
I
to.
love my family. We have an amazing man. But boy, this really gives me more energy and time and feel better. I can sleep better. My blood sugar's better. I've lost pounds. That I can enjoy my family because I have a liquid gold.
And one
You
more
know,
thing I want to say that
whatever.
you
Yeah.
hmm you
Go
just
ahead.
reminded me of something. One more thing. I saw somebody, I don't know if they're from our team, I don't know, but somebody posted because now it's already official. Over 12 years old and over, they can take it. Now, you guys, because I'm in the industry, I know this. There's so much childhood obesity.
Yeah.
So so
Yeah.
somebody had
Yeah.
posted about like a 12-year-old boy that was obese and now he can be on this GLP-3. That's something to talk about too. It's over
Yeah.
12 years old that, with the other GOP ones, no way that they cannot take it because it's synthetic and whatnot. So with this, and it's a big problem in the United States, huge problem. So parents could look at this as like what they can help their children themselves, and it's a
Mhm.
business. They
Mhm.
can, it's fantastic. So it works
Oh,
in many ways.
I
Maria,
think that's
it
a
was
very good point.
it was Tracy Economy, and the little boy was, I think he's lost, I don't, 9 maybe pounds or something like that, or 12, and he was so excited. He was like
Yeah.
talking about it, and it was amazing because he was like, you could tell he's so excited because
Yeah.
he was really big.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
isn't that great that we can help the children, especially when they're 12 and older and they're starting to go to become teenagers?
Right.
The harassment, people making fun of them, they're feeling insecure. But if they can lose that weight, then they feel better. They have their self-esteem. So this
Mm-hmm.
is such a miracle product. It helps so many. So mothers and grandmothers and friends that have children, put it out there.
It's
That might
for
be, yeah,
everyone.
and you might talk about this. You might see what you want to do right now is you want to repost some of the things that you're seeing and say, oh, I just a testimonial. One of my friend's child who was had some extra pounds to lose. We start him on the GLP, all natural, and tell about that. And then people will be listening and watching it. They'll think, well, I know my friend, my grandson, or my granddaughter, or whoever. That people will start thinking, and then they'll say, and when the parents are complaining, I don't know what to do and say, I saw something on the Facebook. There's some testimonials. Maybe we should talk. You see, you want to exposure, exposure. That people go, oh yes, I saw that on Facebook. Let's go back, circle around, and go find out more information about it. So it is. See, this is not
Mm-hmm.
a regular launch that, like we had skincare or like our kinetic that we all love and then everybody kind of goes back to normal. This is a surge that will continue. And this is an opportunity for you to make feel better, touch so many lives, and create great wealth. This is the moment that Kim was talking about in her company where she rode the wave. I see it, I know it, I feel it. It's so true. And Holly DeMott and I both know that this is so true. So you really need to take hold of this. And just congratulations to all of you for stepping out and posting every day, not just once a day, twice a day. Don't think, oh, people thinking. No, they're watching. They're watching and they watch at different times. So get this out every day. Everybody got that? And you better stock up yourselves. If you're starting to make sure you're in your smart chip again, or if you need to double up and use these as demos, you need to have them because there's going to be people that say, well, I want it right now. And say, well, yes, I can give this to you now. Or we can order. And then when you get your order in, we can replace it and you can take it right now. And you can shift it through so that at least you got the order, etc. Janelle?
Yeah, I just want to congratulate Brenda. We were on a three-way yesterday and with the church secretary, and she signed. So congratulations, Brenda. And it's kind of a interesting story. She said, "Well, I'm allergic to mushrooms," and I'm like, "Oh, oh, oh." I said, "Well, what happens?" And she's like, "Well, my lips swell up, and I have to go to the ER. And last time I went to the hospital," and I'm like, "Oh, she's not gonna sign." And so she ended up signing and said she wanted to try it. And I'm like, oh my God, she better have an EpiPen right by her. But anyway, she signed. So
Because she wanted it.
hopefully she's
Well, she may not have the
okay.
reaction too. Well, the C, we don't know. And
No, I
we
know.
did we sent the message to Dr. Dan to see, and he said, well, it's all natural, but if she should consult her doctor, or she can take it at her own risk, to see how she feels. But they may not have those side effects. There's some of the people that have been saying, "Oh, I've been allergic to mushrooms or something else or salmon." And then they go, "Oh, but I didn't have a reaction." So we just
Yeah.
don't know. But it'd be
I mean,
interesting to see.
it might be diluted or when anything. Anyway,
Right.
I told her, I said,
Yeah.
well, let me know if everything's okay. but
Okay.
but congratulations. Yeah,
But she wanted it
congratulations,
that
Brenda.
bad. She wanted it that bad. Yeah.
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 Yeah. And I just want to shout out to, I don't know if I think I saw Brenda on, you know, she is fitting this business into the power pockets of time. I mean, 5 minutes, she's on calls all day and she's like 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there. And so what's helping, and this might help other people to, when you're working with people, is I said, Brenda, listen, I know you don't have a lot of time. You need to put me on three-way text with everybody. And so she's putting me on three-way text with everybody to follow up so that if she can't answer, I can answer. And
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and yeah.
That is awesome, and that's what you should do. When you have somebody like that, if you have a team member that has a lot of access to people that she's following and she doesn't have all the time, your enroller, your team members will help. We will be right there to do the three-way threads to help you so we can close them and answer any questions. That's great leadership, Janelle. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, Michelle, real quick, and then we're going to go to Elizabeth and talk about Boston and what they're doing and everything, their team. And then I wanted to give you some statistics this morning on the GLP. Michelle?
Good morning. Sorry, y'all. I've been sick for a couple days, so
Oh,
sorry,
sorry. Take
horse.
immune. Take double up on your immune.
I have been. Don't you worry. And the GLP can help. Mom made me do like 3 doses last night, but I was just texting Maria because for years I have just watched my metabolic weight, my BMI, all this stuff. I have like a fancy dancy scale. But I used to fluctuate up and down, up and down, up and down. And I've literally gone into metabolic balance. Like it's not fluctuating at all.
Uh-huh.
It's incredible.
It is incredible. And that's what Dr. Dan said, that your body will regulate itself. And that may be why some of you too, you're losing pounds and then you plateau. Your body is saying, okay, we're right here, we're building muscle, we're losing the inches, but you're not up and down, up and down. And that's why they say when you, like those synthetic shots, when they go off, they gain all that weight back, you know. But here you won't. It's the I can't pronounce it, metabolic state. But, and I know you've had a lot of health issues, Michelle, so you're a real walking advertisement of this product. So good. Thank you for sharing. And Elizabeth, we have you going, and I know I'm going to Boston on the 28th. By the way, anybody know people in Boston? We're going to have a blowout event on Saturday, February 28th, the last day of the month. And Elizabeth, would you like to share?
Yes. Um, Christine, sorry, I was going to be on camera. I just got back from the gym.
It's okay.
So I wanted to just say the first thing I wanted to just talk about the allergies. And I was speaking to one of my doctor friends, and not that there's evidence that this anything, but it brought to my attention that, sometimes people who have allergies, and sometimes it has to do with these plants that are grown on this side of the world. And so,
Oh,
this fish being from the Norwegian Sea, and also those plants have grown out. So they're really organic. And so sometimes the allergies are brought about because of,
it's true.
involves all what involves food on this side.
Hmm.
And so a lot of times the allergies is coming, the pesticides, the GMO,
Uh-huh.
all of that
Mhm.
stuff. So people are allergic and they think they are. But then they travel and go to another country and it's like, whoa, they can actually eat this stuff.
You're
So I just wanted to
absolutely.
say that I mean, I'm not saying we shouldn't be cautious, but not to panic, you know, and that people can, be able to try it for themselves and see what happens. But I know Erin is taking it and she really has a fish allergy. And I think one of the reasons, again, is because she is not, it's fish that is coming from a different, country. So I just wanted
Yeah.
to say that.
Are
Yeah,
they could be farm raised or anything like that?
exactly.
They
Exactly.
could be
That's what I
farm
mean.
raised and not wild caught like our
Yes.
fish is. But that was such a good point, Elizabeth,
Yes.
because we often hear people go to Europe for the summer and then they can eat. They have no allergies. They feel better. I know Antoinette's
Yeah.
daughter went over there and felt much better. Foods that she thought she couldn't eat. But ours is all natural. So it will be really interesting to see, Janelle, how your lady, if she has an allergy, and it could be because those mushrooms have been grown here in hot houses or whatever with sprays and all of the
Hmm.
pesticides and everything. That could be the problem. We don't know, but
Hmm.
just throwing that out. Thank you,
Yeah,
Elizabeth.
Right.
that's so
Yeah.
interesting.
Uh,
I didn't even think about that.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Food
Okay.
grown outside is very different, just so we know. So even the plants that we're taking, we're ingesting with the supplements are so pure and different, and that's what makes this company so exceptional. And that's really what bought me over because
Yeah.
what it's so pure, it's so different. And just because,
Yeah.
it's a whole.
Yes, exactly. I don't
And
want that.
Christine,
Yes.
oh,
I
sorry.
think she dropped off. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, that reminds me, the pastor couple wanted to
Oh, yeah.
know
Yeah.
where the plants are from and what's going on with them. And so and you have the recording from Dr. Dan. You asked the question, and it's just so
Yeah.
interesting,
Yeah.
where it comes from, and how they do it, and all of that.
Do you want to talk about that? I sent that to you with from Dr. Dan, that message, or do you still
Yeah,
have it?
I mean, we
Yeah.
can send it out to everybody, but
But
you're gonna, so basically
yeah.
the pastor's wife, she's like, well, how do you keep up with this demand if it comes from plants? And, how are you going to get it out to everybody if the business just keeps growing? And so, he just said they plant
these plants and they cultivate them and they, I mean, we can send it out. But I don't even understand everything that Dr. Dan says because he's so on this level. So, I'll send it out so that you guys, or Christine can send it out so you guys can hear it.
This is the mushrooms. All right, just a minute here. Oh, this is from Dr. Dan here. I think this is the one.
Just let me know. Christine, these questions were sent to support and they already answered them. So let me know if you still need the answer to them or if your team has it already. Thank you so much.
Or just a minute.
Hey, Christine, these questions were
just a minute. That's the wrong one. Oh, okay. This is from Dr. Dan.
Hey, Christine, I apologize for not replying as soon as I like to. I've been in meetings all morning. When it comes to the questions, sorry, I guess customer service didn't send it. But when it comes to the questions, where do we grow the plants? We grow the plants all around the world, depending on where they naturally grow. And how do we keep up with the demand? We grow these plants in a natural, sustainable way. We forecast, we do crop rotation, we use high technology in order to make sure that we have an ample supply of these plants, but most importantly, they're bioactive molecules.
Okay, everybody hear that? I think that's good. Dr. Dan is so great, isn't he? He always responds and so this isn't just it.
Yes, Christine.
That's something too, Christine, about this company. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. Finish.
Every time that one of our potentials has a question, you say, okay, let me call Dr. Dan. And you get back with me with the voice text in within 5 minutes. And there's not another company out there where the head of gets back to you in 5 minutes. That's amazing.
He's so great. He's so great. He really, it's his passion, his love to help the sales force. A lot of scientists would just be up there, oh, well, I don't have time to answer questions, but he's always there. He's always there. So good. Okay. Elizabeth, you had one, you dropped off.
Yes, sorry about that. I was just trying to get on my screen so I can be respectful. But I would just want to talk about what we're doing in Boston. I don't know if you shared the video. Grace is on here. Grace, I don't know if you can speak, but it's really exciting. We may even have people from New York that will be there. Yes. Good. So, it is really, really exciting. And it's just one little thing leading to the next that's leading to the next. And I think that because I'm always thinking, okay, it's not just sharing, but what can we all benefit from? How does this relatable to everyone? And I would say the way it's relatable to everyone is that every single person you're talking to is a lead. So early this morning, Grace calls me. It was about 7 a.m. in the morning, my time, 8 her time. She didn't know. It didn't matter to me. I was just finishing with my quiet time. I was like, oh, I'm answering the phone. Yeah. What a way to start, right? After I just finished my quiet time. So she was telling me about this other girl who used to be a top director with the other pink company, but who had joined. And I just want to say that, and many of you may not be able to relate to this, but there are a lot of immigrants who really have been burned out because some of the restrictions that we had, and they're looking. I mean, many immigrants. I couldn't say this enough. It doesn't matter what they tell you. They're here for opportunity. They're opportunity tuned, and they have a network. They have a network. It's as simple as that. Their network is vast. It's as simple as that. Yeah. Now, their reaction may not be immediate, they're not going to be all excited. They're usually very quiet, demure, they listen carefully and things like that. But inside of them is revving up and they're having ideas, and you just give it time to simmer and you would be amazed what happens. And so this girl who this morning was so excited, and I just want you to know, I'm sharing this just so we don't overlook anything because we're looking for one reaction and we don't get that reaction. And she got it. She'd been in, and then GLP came up, and of course, the GLP is a whole other thing. Is waking up people who already been in, who are doing nothing. It's like, what? And she said to me, so what do we do? What's the goal? How do we get to the top? We need to know the real money. I need to know what the plan is. And incidentally, I was already tuned to do a call tonight at 9:00, which is a visionary call. And she was so excited about that. So I just want to say kudos to Grace, who, I don't know if she's still here. Yeah, she is. and what she's doing in her team. And, to all of us, we just got to keep going with people. You don't know what's going to happen. And I've been using the word inflection because Kim used that. I went to chat, picked out the word, what that refers to, what that means, what is a one liner. So when I'm talking about people, it's about inflection. That's what happens when you get up one day and boom, everything changes. That's where we are. And where are you? What are you going to do? So it's people who are coming who are hungry and they want something. And we all are in that place right now. I guess what I just want to do is just wake everybody up. I don't care what's going on. We are all in that place right now. And it's not about getting to this tomorrow or the day after, but do the work. People are going to rise. That's just a fact because they want it. Yeah.
Absolutely. It's so true. And I know we have here is the, um, uh,
This is going to be a life-changing event.
Hello, Boston. This is Christine Peterson. The shift is about to happen. Yes, I'm coming to Boston February 28th. Come and join us in this movement.
Get ready for education, community, and experience.
No room for playing small anymore. Let's connect for global level.
We are bringing new opportunities to your doorstep.
And Grace is here.
It's $1 billion product that we're launching
Yes.
globally. We are looking for leaders. We're looking for people like you. Love you. See you in Boston.
Yes, 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 yes. We are super excited to have you guys in Boston. You have no idea. This is going to blow out of the water. I'm just trying to get ready for my next client. That's why I couldn't speak on the Zoom. But yes, yes, yes.
oh,
Such a
Grace.
huge blessing to have you, Christine and Elizabeth, to be part of it. So I want to encourage everyone, if you have anyone in Boston or even in the area, New York is only 4 hours away. Connecticut is only like 2 hours away. Providence is only 1 hour away. So tell all your people, tell them to come and, build this community with us.
Oh, that's awesome. Do you feel that enthusiasm from Grace? You see that energy, that music, that drive, the fire. Do you have that passion? That's what this is all about, is creating a movement. Don't you feel the thrill of it? Like, oh, I want to be part of there. I've got to be there on Saturday. I've got to be part of this. So start putting your feelers out. Who do you know? And don't prejudge. Well, it's going to be awesome. Great leadership. All right, I want to close out real quick. I want to give you some statistics on the GLP market growth. Why we have not a ta-da. Now listen to this. David did this, my analytical husband here. It is this was January 17th. GLP market growth. Now remember we've talked about this when Antoinette talked about that microdermabrasion product that Esther Lauder came out and they spent millions of dollars educating everybody. Then they had to sit in their store and wait and hope people came in. But yet, then Mary Kay launched the microdermabrasion, and everybody had already been educated to this. And so Mary Kay outsold Esther Lauder. And because we had the boots on the ground, and that's what we have here. So this is what's happening on the GLP market. In the pharmaceutical companies have educated the market, and now we come out with this all natural product, and everybody's into natural. Wow, talk about explosive growth. It says here 1 in 8 US adults currently using GLP drugs. 1 in 8. Is that incredible? They have Ozempic, Wegovy, Manjaro. I can't even pronounce all these. Zipbound, but 70% are overweight and 40% are obese. The major growth in GLP products lies ahead. Household penetration surged from 9% to 20% in 25, despite high barriers, costs, injections, prescriptions, hair and muscle loss, and gastric distress, all of which are eliminated when using 3-GLP. Now, these people are using, can you believe that 1 out of 8? That's why when you talk about people say, oh, well, I have been using the shot. And you go, what? I mean, you're surprised. So they're looking, they want to get off. This huge market. Household penetration. Well, I already read that one. All right. Adoption, adoption faster than the iPhone launch. Search interest for Azimic far exceeds early iPhone levels. Imagine that. This is bigger than the iPhone launches. This growth has been despite the friction of prescriptions, high prices, muscle loss, and gastric distress. The convenience of the 3 GLP as a liquid dropper product without inconvenience and side effects conventional GLP-1 marks it a superior choice. 2026 a catalyst FDA approved oral Wegovy, upcoming Lilly pill, improved affordability, and direct consumer is expected exponential growth. So these companies this is huge market that these pharmaceutical companies are going after. So, I mean, is this incredible that we would have an all natural product? We're right in line with the pharmaceutical companies, but we have a much better product. But that's what people will say. Have you already heard people say, "Oh, I know I have had some problems, but oh no, I want to stay on my GLP-1 despite because they want the results, but they're willing to go through the terrible side effects." And so now you have an alternative. That's why when you're posting, people are saying, tell me about that. That's why I've never, in my 44 years, ever had a product that I put out and they all say, tell me about it. Send me information on this. It says key benefits of the GLP drugs. It says significant weight loss, greater mobility, active lifestyles, higher gym membership, and strength training spend. Health gains approved for heart disease and sleep apnea. Trials promising for addiction, cancer, fertility. Psychological boost. 50% of users report feeling happier and more self-confident. We just heard that this morning, didn't we? We just heard it. Lifestyle shifts 40% fewer calories consumed, less alcohol, snacks, more protein, produce, active wear. Wellness surge 30 to 60% yo-yo increase in spa services, rising demand for skin elasticity and hair loss products. So what does that mean? We've got, skincare products because people are losing weight, and so they've got to take care of their skin. So this kind of goes along with this. They're doing this, they start to lose weight, they want to have better skin, etc. So those are some of the benefits there. They're going to lose weight, but we can go and talk about the skincare at the same time. Future outlook comparable to major disruptions of the iPhone, Uber, Airbnb, with broad social and economic ripple effects. Barriers falling in 2026, rapid mainstream adoption of this. Overall, a true game changer, rewiring consumer behavior, creating huge opportunities and some headwinds across fitness, food, retail, travel, beauty, and wellness. This is the future outlook of this. So and I was even noticing last night on television, um, I'll read more about this other one. This is from another commentator about this. But I would go on forever and ever. But the point here, I'm shocked. Basically, I'm shocked to think that 1 in 8, 12.5% of U.S. adults currently use GLP products. I mean, did you realize that?
No.
I mean, incredible. And this is part of when you're talking to people about the opportunity in business and you say it's $1 billion business, you say 1 in 8 are using GLP drugs, but all the side effects. And now, what do we have here? We have an all natural where we don't have those side effects. This
Christine,
is,
can we get a copy of that?
yes, I can send that out. David made this for me. Um,
Also,
again, all right.
Christine, I just
Yes.
wanted to share that. Okay, so when I met with my team yesterday, Lorna was sharing she's having internet issues, so
Okay.
I'm
All right.
speaking on her behalf. She has come across people who are taking is it Manjaro? Manjaro?
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways,
Manjaro.
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
trying to switch them over to RGLP, but they'd rather stay on their own because they only pay $25. So she's like, why would you want the side effects later on at $25? Is it really worth it to you to do that? So that's a little bit of a challenge that we're coming across. So has
Can I
anybody
answer
else
that
come
really
across
Yeah.
quick,
that?
Christine?
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, okay, here's the deal. They have to do it for the rest of their life. This is a big deal, guys. Yes, they are only paying $25, $30, but they have to do it for the rest of their life versus spending a little bit of extra money with us now and eventually with ours. It's not that they have to take it every single day, but they may, not everyone, they may eventually be able to take it every other day, every other month, but also ask them the cost of every other thing that it affects in their body. And
Yeah.
this is a hard thing to say, but what people have to understand, there's a cost to having something synthetic like that in your body. And
That,
Ashley's not here today. Hopefully she can explain this to you. But the reason that she's a wellness clinic is all the people that are sick from taking it. And
yeah.
so for you, just a little thing, just say to them, say, I know it's $25. I know ours is going to be about $100, but you'll have to do that the rest of your life.
Yeah. And the side effects. And what are they doing already? We see the dark side of it, tumors. There's a lot of stuff that's going on in their bodies, and it's going to cost them a lot more.
Christine,
Uh,
can I say something? I
yes.
have to get off in a minute because I have a
Yeah.
client now at
Yes.
11. But one
Yes.
thing that I did talk to you about, that almost all my clients are on a GLP-1, right? And I've been like struggling with them to a point where, like, I had said this before, that I was even considering just completely dropping off of what I do, right? And just full 100% on three. So they all have been telling me lately, and I talked to you about this the other day, that their insurance is not covering the GLP-1 anymore. Most GLPs, not all, but most. And so, you guys, this is happening out there in the United States. A lot of insurance companies are not covering anymore. So
I heard that.
this is the
Yes.
best time.
True.
Yeah. I heard
This
that
is
from somebody
the
else.
moment.
I don't know. I can't remember. I talk to so many people every day. Somebody was telling me that yesterday that they're not covering it now.
Christine,
Yes.
I have two questions when you have a moment. This is
Who's
Lindsay.
Lindsay? Yeah, go ahead, Lindsay.
How are we explaining number one, the adipose tissue? So the adipose tissue is the fat. So when they're losing weight, so with the synthetic, um, when they stop, then they're going to gain the weight back. How are we explaining the scientific part of the adipose tissue that when it shrinks with the GLP, our GLP, um, once they lose their maintenance weight or once they lose their goal weight, how are we explaining that the adipose tissue is not coming back with just the maintenance dose? And then the second question was, I have a husband and wife, and the husband has prostate issues, and he was concerned that if the concentration of the vitamins and minerals are too strong, how is that going to affect his prostate?
Yeah, well, I don't know the answer technically, and I don't have Ashley here, But we can ask her about that. But I do know that Dr. Dan said we don't gain the weight back. We're not losing our muscle and everything else. I think your body, they say metabolically, just kind of takes care of itself.
Okay.
And to use, and maybe they take a drop a week or something. It kind of maintains it. Are you with me? But
Yep.
I think maybe we should have Ashley. Maybe tomorrow if she's on. She is really an RN and understands and deals with this every day. She could probably give you a more technical um, answer to that. Or is there
Okay.
anybody else that knows that answer here?
Christine, I think also having Valentine, he's a nurse practitioner, and we have a
Yeah.
few of them. I should get them on here because Valentine is a nurse practitioner, and I've been learning a lot from him.
Yes.
And the bottom line is that the overall, because I think that we're so drugged as a nation, I say this really not to offend anyone, but because we don't have a solution. Are you with me? So we have to take this. But what in general the supplements are doing is that they're elevating. It's almost like the organs in our body need certain kind of nutrients in order for them to survive and to thrive, and that maintains our health. But because of the
I
depletion
take them either
in the
one.
actual
I'd rather
foods that
come
we
at 11.
eat,
I can leave
that's
now.
why the body is breaking down. So what Dr. Gubler is doing with the supplements is that because it's the nutrients that the body already needs and these organs already need, it elevates it. So it's not just in one area, it's an overall. And that's why when people are concerned that, oh, if I'm sick in this, how is it going to impact? And I say, are you eating food? Yes, it's like that from Valentine. Do you worry about what you're eating? No, because so we're actually getting, because what happens is when you eat food, it extracts, as we know, the molecules, the nutrients that it needs for to sustain and build up. And then the rest goes for waste. Does that make sense? But what Dr. Gubler is doing is that we do not have to have that. Even with other supplements, it still has to be broken down. So Valentine said, for example, and it really clicked. He said, just for example, Tylenol, you can overdose on it, and they tell you it's bad for your liver because you only need about 10 or 15%, which is really plant-based and what it is. But the rest of the 80% or more is, and that binding factor for it to stay the way it is what's bad for the body.
Mhm.
And so this goes with a lot of different things that we take. So he was saying what Dr. Gubler is doing is all of it is good. Is the nutrients, it's like what food gives you, but not what has been depleted from food. And we have that. So if you're like, just take for example, I would say if you have a pipe that is clogged and you start cleaning it a little bit, then water flows more. If you totally clean it, so now the liver is running the better, the kidneys running better, and other things, kind of like the engine of a car, really start waking up. So it's really that simple. But I think it's just that we're not really educated on proactive wellness. But where
Right.
I come from, that's the first thing is proactive wellness before you get sick. So I don't know if that makes sense or helps out.
Yes.
But yeah,
Yeah, I think that's very good, and we could have Ashley even expand. But thank you for that.
right.
I'm not an expert, but I do know. But I do. I'll tell you, I did see last night on television. They were talking. It was a program, and they were talking about GLP. And I said, "My God, everywhere you go is GLP,
Yeah.
GLP." But they were talking about the people. Some people are getting scurvy now, and some of the different side effects because they're not eating. It curbed their appetite and they're not eating. Now, see that I think the difference is ours. That's why we need, first of all, everybody needs to be in the vitality. As Ashley would tell you, you need to nourish your cells.
Yes.
And in fact, they even said, why don't those people, if they don't want to eat, okay, but take some supplements so that they don't get scurvy and that they have all of this. But with ours, when I'm finding it just curbs your appetite, you take your supplements, you're not just shutting down and not eating at all. I mean, they get sick. I mean, they get sick, they go throw up, they don't want to they look at food, they don't eat. Yeah, they're losing, but they lose their muscle. All of these things affect their body. It's not good.
Yeah.
It's not good.
Christine, I just want to, Lorna shared some stuff with her experience. So she's a prime example of what Ozempic has done to her body. This is the reason why she's been so sick, and she had
Oh,
stomach surgery before and after we came back from Dallas, she was admitted. So she's
oh,
going through all those side effects right now. She's not on Ozempic anymore. But yeah, she's a prime example of what those drugs are doing to one's body.
yeah. And I'm sorry to hear about that. She didn't look well, but she came anyway. What a trooper. I mean, amazing. But this is not good stuff. I mean, just think about common sense. You don't put synthetics in your body all the time, all the time, all the time, all the time. You have all these side effects. And that's what Antoinette was saying. What is the cost long term? $25. And see, this is where you are sell there's a sale in every situation. You're going to sell them on why it's important for them to get off those drugs and be in the natural and spend a little more money for the long-term benefits. Or they're going to sell you on why, oh no, it's only $25, I'll stay on it. But see, they're not aware of that. You have to tell them what the side effects are. I mean, this is important. So anyway, it's huge market, 1 out of 8. I mean, and then we heard children today. I wouldn't want to put my grandchildren don't need to lose weight, but I'm just saying if I had a grandchild that was overweight, I wouldn't want to put them on synthetics when they're still growing. I wouldn't want them and the pharmaceutical companies can't do that too. They know it's bad for them. So now they can use the natural. So this is a huge,
Christine,
huge market. And the penetration, again, household penetration surged from 9% to 20% in 25. What's it? And despite the high barriers, costs, injections, prescriptions, hair and muscle loss, gastric distress, all of which are eliminated when using GLP-1. So don't be afraid. Put that out in your postings, whatever. All right.
Christine, I just wanted to add really quickly that talking about the 1 out of 8, and a lot of people, like you said, because of the insurance, and I've had a lot of people who say that, and we give I think the response that Antoinette gave is so powerful. But I just want us to remember that if it's 1 out of 8, maybe not everyone is looking for GLP, but probably 5 of them are scared to get on it. And so we have way more people who are available.
Yes.
Let's just
Yes.
think on the overflow, okay?
Yeah.
I am, so the key is follow up, because come back to them. Trust me, they're going to need you. Just give them a
Right.
little bit of time. They'll need you. But in the meantime, let's go after the other 5 out of 8. We're just assuming that,
Yes.
there's another
Yes.
one who is the
Yes.
one that's out of the 8, then the 2 who say, I don't need it. That's very few people, by the way. And the 5 who are wondering what to do. And so our numbers are huge. When you said 1 out of 8, I thought, oh, Elizabeth, when we couldn't talk to enough people. I mean, how, it's crazy. So let's really think on that. It's not. Let's not get into a juggle where we're
Right.
spending time. Let me lecture to you. There's no lectures here. There's too many people who want
No,
it. Let's
no,
go
I
after them.
agree.
That's my
Very
two
good point. We don't need to convince them. We can show them the alternative,
Not
but
now.
the
Next
other
year.
people want better sleep, better sugar levels, etc. That are people like me. I wasn't on the GLP drugs, but I wanted to lose those extra pounds. I wanted better sleep. Because I'm revved up all the time, I guess, on all these supplements. I'm full of energy. But I want to be healthy, and so there are a lot of people like me. All right, Sylvia.
I was just going to say on a major medical issue, like I think Lindsay was asking about prostate cancer. I did send Dr. Dan through the AI, a
Yeah.
couple of those questions of a couple of situations where they had major illness like a cancer. And he said to always have them take the ingredients to their doctor, their medical profession.
Yeah.
And so that way, if somebody's dealing with cancer,
Oh, I
even though
agree. Yeah.
we know it's going to be probably fine, but they need to do that.
I absolutely. When
Yeah.
somebody is under the medical care of a doctor and fighting cancer, has major problems, and we've had that recently. Somebody took the product to their doctor just to see if they could use this, and he looked at it and he said, "Yeah, that's all good, but at least, yeah,
Yeah.
that's
And
important."
Christine, I just want to clarify, you guys, the beauty of Ashley and I is that, I am not against, I want you guys to know, I'm not against synthetic GLP. I'm not. I think there are some people that are in different situations that different things work for some people. I do want you to understand that. I know we're all different, but for someone like myself, I just want to lose 15 pounds, 20 pounds.
Yeah.
I can't get the GLP or whatever. So, but I just want to, this is just Antoinette's opinion, is that I am not against someone that's, there's medical reasons that some people may need
Well,
something. So
well,
I
that's
just want to
true.
make that
That's true.
disclaimer.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we're all different. And I think, Sylvia, you said the right thing. Check
Yeah.
with their doctor.
Right. No, and that's true. There are going to be doctors that are say they have to be on that GLP for what we don't know what they're dealing with. But most of it, bottom line, it's not really so good for everybody else. We already see the side effects and everything long
We
term.
want to we want to make sure too that when we make we don't want to make claims on Facebook without
Right.
backup,
Right.
or you can get your account literally shut down overnight. And
Right.
so I've heard some horror stories, and so we want to make sure, not in three, but in another company, and we just want to make sure we have backup or statistics. That's why I always say just go to your
Right.
doctor.
Right. Well, yeah, and that's always it. We never want to suggest that we heal, cure, or diagnose or give claims. We talk about what we see, the results, but never say you will lose all this weight, you will do this, and make claims like that. That's very good point. Absolutely. Okay, well, we're way over, but it's all good information. Let's all go and start spreading the word. We know we have a huge market. It's not just the 1 out of 8 using it, but Elizabeth is right. What about all the other people like me and you and everybody else that wants extra pounds or wants better health? And like we saw Michelle today, her body is now back metabolic, metabolic, a good state. So there's just such great benefits to this product. And you'll notice when I'm posting, I'm saying, oh, I sleep better, I feel better, I don't have the cravings, and general terms. And that's what most people are looking for too. And I sent out a recording last night for the 3 stars, and I'll put it out today with Kenya talking about her journey. Use some of those testimonials of what is actually happening to certain people, then people will relate to them too. So it's all good. Huge market, huge market. Uh, Take advantage of it. All right, let's go to 3 star, everybody, and beyond. Okay, have a great day.